What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chronicles with Chef. I'm Scott Hamilton, and today we've got our meal prep series going on. Go over our shopping list real quick. We have some green onions, parsley, red bell peppers, jalapenos, pita that was on sale, these honey roasted pistachios. I think that this could be a big hit. Some radishes, because those were on sale, and I thought that would be a great texture. 2 different kinds of beans, low sodium white beans and pinto beans, again, both on sale. We got some plain old yogurt. We got some Boursin cheese. We got some eggs. We were just over budget with $30.85. That was all of our store items. From home, we're going to be adding a grilled lemon and balsamic vinegar. I'm going to use this za'atar seasoning. Any kind of Mediterranean vibe I think will be great. That's just kind of the energy that I'm going with. But if you wanted to do something a little bit spicy or anything like that, those would be a great option. My cucumber that is in desperate need of getting used up quickly. I have a shallot, and then I have these cherry tomatoes that I need to use up. And then, of course, olive oil, salt, and pepper. This is going to be super simple and easy. Let's get prepping. I've tried all sorts of different tips and tricks for when it comes to a hard-boiled egg and being able to peel it easily. We're going to do a couple of them. One, I've had these sat out for a good hour or two to kind of help them warm up a little bit. I've noticed that them being on the closer to room temperature size before we start boiling them helps. The other thing is, the way I was taught in culinary school, was you put it in water, and we're going to bring that water to a boil, then we're going to turn off the heat, and we're going to let it cook. So we're going to get these in, and I'm going to cook all of them because I might as well have some extra hard-boiled eggs, but we're only going to use 2 for each of our recipes. Get that in. You got to get rid of that. We're going to fill this with water. We want the water to just barely covering the eggs, but we do want the eggs fully submerged. We're going to let this all sit together like this while we're doing our prep, and then we'll cook these in just a little bit. So let's set these off to the side. All right, first up, we're going to go ahead and get our beans out of the can and strained, and we're going to give these a good rinse because I want to get as much of that kind of can flavor off of them as we possibly can. And I'm going to set these off to the side to let them drain. One thing I love about using bean salad as a meal prep is there's a lot of hearty vegetables that can stand up to the liquid and the acid and everything. So it gets better as the week goes on. But we're going to do a real simple prep here. We do want to minimize the liquid we have in here because we don't want the things to get soggy. So we are going to get rid of all these seeds on our cucumber. You can use a spoon or you can cut it in a quarter, and then we want to make sure that our cucumbers and all of our prep is going to be similar sizes to the beans. That's the thing that we're not chopping up. So we want to keep things about that size. There we go. The other thing that I really enjoy about bean salads and prepping them out is that you can just throw it all into one container. There's no need to stress about the order of which you put them in. You just gotta, you can put it in one bowl. Minimize our dishes. Now for 2 bell peppers. They can be whatever color you want. I like to cut my bell peppers more skin side down. It helps the knife get through them, even when we have a nice sharp knife. It's already, colors are looking beautiful. I love a nice pretty dish like that. All right, we're gonna cut up these radishes, and we're just gonna kind of pop them off. There we go. Kind of like you pop off grapes. This is probably going to be the more labor-intensive side of thing, is chopping up these radishes, but it will be so worth it. We're going to reuse the strainer, so we're going to take our beans, drop them right in there, and then we're going to throw our radishes in here, give them another extra rinse, and clean our cutting board. So we're going to cut the tail off. We're going to go ahead and cut it in half, and then we're just going to kind of not do quite like a thin slice, but just a nice little round. Go. Perfect. Ooh, they got a little zing to it. Love it. On these smaller ones, just little bite sizes. Look at tiny little guy. All right, we're gonna cut up all the green onions because why not? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna line these up. We're gonna take off all those roots, and then we're just gonna run our knife through. When you're cutting scallions and green onions and chives, you want to make sure you're pressing down and all the way through. Down and all the way through. Otherwise, you'll end up with a whole bunch of stuff that's not actually chopped. All right, we're going to get to about here where we really turn kind of flimsy and whatnot. And we're going to hold on to these. We might add these to the the yogurt, we'll see. There's those green onions. Take our parsley, give it a nice chop, and give it a fold. And then we're gonna run our knife through all that parsley. We're gonna get a jalapeno. We're gonna de-seed this guy. And we are just gonna do a nice little mince on our jalapeno here. Stack them, run our knife through them. We really want these to kind of just disappear into the background. All right, run our knife this way. There we go. There's a honking jalapeno. Drop that guy in. And just to get a little, oh, it smells good. A little excitement here. We're gonna give this a little mix. See how we're looking. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It is looking beautiful. We're gonna take our shallot. We're just gonna do really beautiful rings with our shallot. Not gonna do a whole mince situation. Nice little thin, beautiful little rings. Make sure they can all break up. There we go. And now for the other half. Ooh, I can feel it coming. It's a good thing I didn't decide to do a whole mince. I'd be in tears with this shallot. Ooh, it's a juicy. Woo! Give this a nice little mix. Let those rings are gonna pop out. They're just gonna have these cool little rings floating through this dish. Oh, but it's starting to burn. Oy, oy, oy. It's one of those situations where no, I'm not crying, you're crying. We're gonna have these cherry tomatoes. So we're gonna put these just under a lid. Do the whole trick where you hold it still and see if it actually works. Beautiful. So that's one way to cut up your tomatoes. I also don't want them that big. So we are gonna go ahead and give them another dice, and I might switch to a serrated knife because I like the idea of these being like more like quartered than giant tomatoes because I'm not the biggest tomato fan. I know. I'm learning. They're growing on me. I'm getting there. I'm growing up slowly. Let's try that process again, but this time with a serrated knife. All right, got all those fitting in. Whoop. Well, that was easier. Oh yeah. All right. Boom. Look how full this big bowl is. And it is just full of deliciousness. This is looking and smelling divine. Now, we're gonna make ourselves a little dressing vinaigrette for this. I'm gonna take a little jar and I'm gonna start with, I don't know, tablespoon-ish of this za'atar. You know what? We're just gonna do it all. So that's probably about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of za'atar. And then we're gonna do about a tablespoon of this grilled lemon and balsamic vinegar. And then we're gonna hit it with about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. This on, and we're just gonna give it a nice little shake. Oh, ooh, oh yeah. We're gonna go ahead and just pour that right over the top. Use our fingers to get in here and make sure you get all of that deliciousness in there. Cheese down in there. Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit it with a pretty heavy little thing of salt, some black pepper. We'll give this a mix. Let's take a delicious bite here. Yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think a little more salt. Again, you want to make sure you're salting to taste. A little more pepper. I also think that it needs just a hair more of a zip. I'm out of this, so I'm going to switch over to red wine vinegar. It's going to be great. So we got some red wine vinegar. Do about a tablespoon. Fresh lemon would also be divine in this. Oh yeah. All right. Give this a little try-sies. So we're going to let this sit. Let's get cooking our eggs and let's get making our yogurt to put this on top of. we've got our eggs going. I have it on high, and we're just going to watch this, and we're going to bring it up to a boil. Once it's to a boil, we're going to cut the heat, and we're going to cook it for about 6 to 7 minutes. I don't want to do the full 6-minute egg and necessarily the full-on runny yolk. I do want like a nice custardy, jelly-like egg yolk, and that's going to be in that like 7 to 8 minute range. Now, for our yogurt, we're going to use this whole container because let's make our lives easy. So we got some plain yogurt. We got some Boursin. I'm just going to put this whole thing in there because flavor. This is a bit risky. I don't know if I'm going to overflow. Let me rephrase that. I'm probably going to overflow this. Oh, yeah. We're going to change containers. Woo! This cheese is so good. We'll kind of batch this out. Whoa, I don't want the whole thing. There's a little room to work with. There we go. You can do this in a blender, hand blender, whatever works for you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ooh, ooh, that is delightful. We're gonna throw these green onions in there because we have them in the can. All right, I'm working like a heathen right now. There we go. All right, let's get this blended up. We got our little salad. We'll throw some of this yogurty, cheesy, herby deliciousness on top. Hope I don't lose it. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I knew I wanted a different kind of crunch from the fresh vegetables. And I knew I wanted a little bit of sweetness. I think that these honey roasted pistachios are going to do the trick. So let's build another little bite. A little zoom. Oh, man. A little pistachio. Oh. That is phenomenal. We're going to set these in the fridge and let them kind of hang out. We're almost, whoa, just kidding. We're starting to boil here. We're at that good rolling boil. So we're going to hit pause on that. And we're going to come check on it in about 6 to 7 minutes. While that's doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and get this guy in the fridge. Let it kind of firm up a little bit before we kind of plate everything out. We're going to tear this off. Go to unit. All right, 28 grams. Now, if you want, you can leave them whole or you can chop them up. It's whatever your heart desires. I don't want these nuts to get soggy, so I'm going to keep them separate but portioned. An ice bath is one of the most crucial steps. You want that shock. You want that thing to get the eggs to go from this really hot place to then the cold, and it's going to help separate the shell from the egg itself, one. And more importantly than that, it's going to halt the cooking so that way they don't overcook. So that's going to prevent if you're doing hard-boiled eggs, it's going to prevent them from becoming that army green and have that sulfur kind of smell and everything. If you're doing a 6-minute egg, it's going to stop it so that the egg stays nice and runny. It's going to do all those kinds of things. This right here is typically the step that gets missed. You can't just put them in the freezer. You can't put them, you need them to be fully submerged and surrounded by cold, ice cold water to really stop that cooking process. All right, so we're at 7-ish minutes now. So we're gonna go ahead and start dropping these guys in here. There we go. Those are nice, fully submerged, chilling out. Something that silly me forgot to do was weigh our bean salad so that we can have a nice, even proportion situation. So we are going to transfer into this big old bowl to kind of see where we're at. 50.4 ounces. That means we're about 10 ounces a container. We also forgot to weigh this. So let's see how much our yogurt cheese deliciousness is coming out to be. 34. Okay, so we're gonna go 6 ounces. 6 is 10. We're gonna go 10 ounces of this guy. Hope it fits over here. Maybe we should have done it the other way. Uh-oh. Do a little move. Well, we've learned our lesson. Yep. All right. Everything's okay, but that's how we want to plate it. So let's fix it. Will it peel? Moment of truth. right, one thing that I like to do, especially when the eggs are slightly firmer, like this, take a spoon, get it underneath, press that spoon up against your finger. You want to press down, kind of work it around. There's a way to kind of help all that eggshell off. Now, oh, this is almost pretty. I will say it is not perfect by any means, but I accept. I need to make my life a little easy. I'm going to store these eggs in our little container here that, if you hadn't noticed, turned to be vegetarian. We're gonna take our egg yolk, gonna pop it open, and look at that. Beautiful. I wasn't looking for quite running because we have enough liquid here, but I did want this like soft gelatin-like egg yolk, and that is exactly what we got. Now, take our little pita. We're just gonna give ourselves a big old scoop of all this deliciousness. Get some of this guy. Egg in there, pita, egg. Oh my goodness. Light, refreshing, delicious. I can't wait to eat this all week long. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you're gonna make this meal prep and what ingredients you hope on sale to add to it. We'll see you next time. This is so stinking good.